Hello, in this video, we are going to turn our attention to applying the ISLM model to analyze two main issues. First, potential causes of fluctuation in national income, and two, how is ISLM model fits into ADAS model. In this section, we will examine how changes in policy and shocks to economy can cause IS and or LM to shift. The first part is fiscal policy shifts the IS curve and changes in the short-run equilibrium.
Then, there is fiscal policy shifts the IS curve and changes the short-run equilibrium. Government purchases, as we already know, an increase in government purchases raised the level of income at any given interest rate by delta G per 1 min MPC. Therefore, IS curve will shift to the right by this amount, raising both income and interest rate at the same time. Or, it can be explained as when government purchases raised, planned expenditure will rise too. That will make the production of goods and services increase. This will make total income increase and the quantity of money demanded rise too. Therefore, interest rate will rise and firm investment plan will decrease. Expansionary effect of the increase in government purchase will decrease. And increase in Y in ISLM is smaller than in Keynesian cross, where investment is assumed to be fixed.
Change in tax. The effect of the change in tax is much the same as change in government purchase, except the tax affects expenditure through consumption. A decrease in tax by delta T will raise income at any level of interest rate by delta T multiplied MPC divided parent left 1 minus MPC parent right. Thus, the ISK in Keynesian cross will shift by the same amount. However, this will also depress the equilibrium income due to an increase in interest rate, which lead into smaller increase in the ESLM model than it is in Keynesian cross.
Okay, I will explain about monetary policy shift the LM curve and change the short-run equilibrium. The ISLM curve show how monetary policy, which will shift LM curve, affects income and interest rate. Consider an increase to money supply, which will increase in real money balance, where P is assumed to constant. What will happen after that? Money supply will increase, and money held by people increase, saving and purchasing bonds increase, then interest rate going down or decrease, planned investment increase, planned expenditure increase, production increase, and income or yield going increase too.
Shocks in the ISLM model. Shocks to the IS are exogenous changes in the demand for goods and services, optimism and pessimism. As an example, when firms and or consumers being pessimistic toward the nation's economy, it will reduce the planned investment or consumption. Thus, the planned expenditure and the interest rate will also become lower. Shocks to the LM curves arise from exogenous changes in demand for money. The availability of new credit cards will increase the amount of money that people choose to hold. This will increase the interest rate and shift LM curve upwards. However, as interest rate increase, it will also depress income.
ISLM is a theory of aggregate demand. After assuming the fixed price level, to see how ISLM model can fit the ADAS model, we need to allow a change in price level. And then from ISLM model to the aggregate demand curve, recall that for a given money supply, higher price level implies lower of income with the same aggregate demand curve. If price level is high, then real money balances is lower. Means saving and purchasing bonds will decrease. That will make interest rate increase and income falls. In AD curve, those interactions will be summarized as a movement to a higher point. However, an increase in money supply will shift the aggregate demand to the right, also for the other way around. As for an increase in government spending, will also shift the aggregate demand to the right.
The ESLM model in the short run and long run. We can see the short run and long run of aggregate supply from the ESLM model. In the short run, price level will not adjust ES and LM curve to cross at the natural level of output. This is the short run aggregate supply. However, after the long-term price adjustment, the ESLM curve shock crashes at the natural level of output, while this is the long-run aggregate supply.
Okay, lastly, I will explain about the three hypotheses from the Great Depression. First, spending hypothesis. Shocks to the IS curve was suggested by several economists that the cause of the decline may have been a contractionary shift in the IS curve. It primarily blamed exogenous fall in spending on goods and services. Second, money hypothesis. Shock to the LM curve was suggested because money supply fell by 25% from 1929 to 1933. Therefore, it was the central bank policy fault. Third, money hypothesis again. The effects of falling price was suggested because of price level fell to 22%, a deflation which blamed for the severity of depression. However, some economists believe that falling price will be followed by an increase in income, which is called Pigot effect, while some believe that falling price will be followed by a falling income, where the distribution of wealth affects spending on goods and services. This was due to the difference in the debtor MPC and creditor MPC.
That's all from us. Thank you for your attention.